Hey y'all, it's me, Dr. Lynn Daniel, PhD, EDS. I'm the self-care evangelist. Let me see if I can't do this thing. I'm going to tell you all about the spiritual aspects of connecting with yourself. We are reading my book, Trash Can, Stop Being a Receptacle for Toxic People's Waste. We are still in chapter 6. We are talking about self-connection is key. Today I think I'm going to touch on some spiritual aspects, things that I will be teaching in my closed group, my private group, because I think is deep and rich, and of course is biblically based. But everybody, it's not for everyone. So I'm going to give you just a little bit of it today. And then we'll go on. So you all, let me tell you about who I am. I am an educator. I teach high school. I'm a literacy teacher, educator. That's my specialty. Yeah. And so I wrote this book in response to my experience and colleagues in professional groups that I am a participant in globally, not just at my school, but globally. Okay. And so this is a response to what was going on in COVID time when we returned to campuses. So, welcome. If you're here, welcome. I'm not going to start yet until I see some folks here. The other day we had about 150 people, so thank you. And yeah, come on in, you all. Let's see who's coming, if anyone's coming today. We are looking at this book and we are connecting it to Hawkins' map of consciousness, which gives us a psychological level, an energetic understanding of our paradigms, our mental models, the way we think, the energies that we have in our bodies, that we exude in our everyday living. So yeah, so okay, I'm not seeing a soul here. I have a coupon that I can redeem. Okay, so how do I redeem it then? Redeem your coupon to get more viewers. Redeem. Let's see. I would like people to be here watching. So let me see if I can do that. Mirror your video. I don't know what that is. Flip the camera. Okay, so it's on me now. Welcome. Is anybody here? All right, you all. If you're here, I will teach. If you're not here, there's no need to teach. You know that statistically speaking, hey, I see one person here. Statistically, when you look at literacy in the United States, did you know that the majority of Americans do not read at their appropriate age level? The majority of Americans read, if they are able to read, they read many years below the skill level that they should have at their age. And so about 67%, that's the majority. So 33 to 34% of Americans are reading at proficiency levels or higher, and the rest are in the basic level or maybe even below basic. Hi, welcome user 346. Invite your friends to join. Invite your friends to join. Thank you, those of you who are coming in. Share this live. Let's get some people in here. I want to teach you all about my book. We are on we are still on chapter 6, but today I want to get into some spiritual components and aspects of connecting with yourself. And we are looking at this connecting with self for healing, for self-care and psychological, spiritual, emotional healing and wellness. We are paralleling this with Hawkins' map of consciousness. And Hawkins is talking about energy. Okay, so energy, vibes, mindsets, like what your body does with the traumas, with even the joys on the high end, right? The good at the high end of the spectrum, and at the low end in the survival paradigm, the lows, the negative vibrations and frequencies, how they impact the body. So today I want to give you all a little insight. I'm going to step into talking a little bit about the spiritual aspect. I'm not going to go too deep. Let me clarify. When I say spiritual, I mean from a biblically based viewpoint, paradigm. Okay. All right. So I have a few people in here, so I'm just going to go ahead and start teaching. Y'all can share the video out. I'm going to flip the screen because, yeah, let me see if I can do that. Here's the book. Okay. So if you don't have the book, you're able to purchase the book if you want to by clicking on my profile and go to the link tree or go straight to Amazon and you can find it there. If not, I did read a few of the chapters. I think chapter 2 is on my YouTube page, so you can hear me read chapter 2. So yeah. All right, we're on chapter 5. Let's go. Let's start. Okay, chapter 5 is making connections with yourself. We are on page 74. We touched on in the 2 previous lives, so we're going to go ahead and move on to 75 and 76. So we're looking at there is no definitive way of practicing self-care, but you need to do it. You do it by taking action on particular things that could benefit you, right? You have to, you can start by assessing yourself, looking at, okay, what's bothering me? What seems to be the problem? And what little action can I take to address the problem? So here at the top of the page, I highlighted already. It says, be grateful for a healthy body that keeps you going every day. Check in with your emotions regularly. And as you see, I've been showing you all how to read, mark, and have a conversation with the text. So that means like you highlight as you're reading, you highlight or underline information that sticks out to you or that triggers you or that makes you want to ask a question or pause and think. And then you write some kind of notes in the margin that relate to that. So what I did was check with your emotions regularly. I put feel the emotions in my body. And then on this side, it says something like be creative and let your mind process and channel its creativity through your body. And my notes say movement, dance, fitness, sports, stretching. And like dance could be tap dance, hip hop, ballet, all kinds of dance, ballroom, right? Being creative, letting your body feel it, letting your body sweat it out, let your muscles move and start gaining some new muscle memory and really engaging your body in the process of healing. Hi Flo, hi Martha, Spinoza, hi Super Saiyan, Angel, Teresa, Carla, and several other people. Thank you all for being here. So we're going over chapter 6. I'm showing you all how to read, mark, and annotate the book. I started off by telling whoever was in the room that 67% of Americans read at the basic or below basic levels. That means they read at a range that is far below their age appropriate skill level, what they should have acquired. So reading can be frustrating. I understand that. But I wrote this book conversationally. It's written in a way that sounds like a friend is talking to you. And because of that, it is so casual that the information that is important or that could help you could easily be overlooked or ignored. Okay, so that's why I'm advocating for you all to read, mark, and annotate the text. Not only does it help you to engage with the text to gain more meaningful information that you can use, but it is also becoming a record for you on your journey. And you all, please forgive this camera shaking and all of that zooming in and out. I need a tripod that will bend forward and show you this book. And I don't have that yet. I ordered one, so it's not here yet. So in the meantime, I'm just holding this camera. Okay, so thank you. All right, so you all, in my book, I start talking about be in touch with your spiritual side because it takes care of your soul, which is the ultimate goal. Understand the spiritual aspects of yourself on this journey and of other people. So let's go back to Hawkins' chart. So David Hawkins developed the map of the consciousness. And as you can see, the lowest range on the chart is the survival paradigm, but notice the arrows on these lines. The arrows go down and they also go up because we can move through these various levels of frequency as we either deteriorate, get worse because of the trauma, because we're not dealing with the trauma, will slide down the scale. But as we work on healing, we start inching up through these frequencies. He calls them levels. You'll also notice that there is an energetic log. He assigns a number, an energetic number to each of these levels, these feelings. He describes the predominant emotional state. So shame is the very lowest. And the thing about shame is it holds you captive. It makes you a prisoner. The spirit, the energy that is assigned in charge of shame tells you, you better not do that. You can't do that. And gives you all the reasons why you should stay where you are and not, energetically, spiritually, psychologically, emotionally. It hold that spirit, that energy, whatever. He calls it an energetic law. I call it a spirit, but energy, okay. It's power. It's got some kind of power on it because it holds you. It corners you and it tells you lies. It speaks humiliation to you and it keeps you in a state of feeling humiliated. Shame does. It brings up all the bad things that happened to you, all the poor decisions you made, all the mistakes you made. It keeps bringing it up. And if you don't know how to deal with this, according to the Adverse Childhood Experiences Inventory, if you don't know how to address your ACEs, Adverse Childhood Experiences, you start trying to mitigate them with bad habits, poor decisions, and things like that. Your health is going to suffer. Emotional, psychological, spiritual, physical health will deteriorate, and it will lead to you despising yourself. You're so miserable. Your life is so miserable. You're stuck there in that misery, to where misery loves company. That is a truth. Misery will seek out other miserable people and then try to make other people miserable too. You despise yourself. You despise anybody doing better than you. How dare them break out of their humiliation? Who do they think they are? And now, if this, I'm speaking about what happens. This is what the spirit of humiliation is doing to you when you're stuck in shame. And then look at the process. Elimination. Okay, so elimination means like you start getting rid of things, setting things aside, or removing things, or releasing things, or expelling things or people. You might start expelling the right kinds of people and telling them, okay, in your mind, you may say, okay, I'm done with this shame. I'm done with being locked in humiliation. I'm done with this feeling miserable. I want a life that is better than feeling miserable. I'm gonna work on this sense of despise. I despise everything. I need to work on fixing that. So I'm gonna start eliminating, and then you start looking and examining your life to see what you can eliminate, take out. Because if you stay stuck in shame, what do you end up eliminating? A lot of people want to get rid of something in themselves, but they may not know how to identify what that thing is. And that spirit tells you to eliminate yourself, because that's what it wants to do. It wants to do that, but God doesn't want you to do that. Okay, so that's the lowest. That's, you're in survival paradigm, like barely making it, can barely get out of bed, can barely have energy to do anything extra, barely have clarity of mind, right? And I'm hanging around here on this one for a while, because this is important for you to understand, like, what it looks like. For instance, I was listening to a conversation, a podcast, and these ladies were talking about situations. They are improving their lifestyles. They are improving their life choices. They are making better decisions. They're taking better care of themselves. But they don't know how to, they're struggling with dealing with people who don't want to see them improve. People who keep engaging with them negatively and saying things to try to take them back down to shame. Saying things to like blame them or make them feel guilt. Right? Right? So I think, according in my book, I say in this chapter, like, as you start focusing more on yourself and start praising and having gratitude, and that's what this is, being grateful, then you're flipping the script, you're turning the lens, You're turning your view, your gaze from off of the people who are trying to drag you back down, the spirit that is trying to drag you back down there. You are taking your gaze off of them and you're putting your gaze on God. You're putting your gaze, you're getting a God view. And when you start being grateful and acting out gratitude, what does it look like? Acting out gratitude means cleaning your personal body. Cleaning your body, cleansing yourself, bathing, right? Brushing your teeth. Now, this may sound, y'all may be thinking, this girl tripping. No, I'm not. Go look at the International Self-Care Foundation's website. If you don't want to believe me, go check them out and look at their 7 pillars of self-care. People are struggling. People are suffering. And when these energetic forces, spirits, demons, daemons, shaitans, when they are holding you down in shame, guilt, apathy, oh, I don't care. Apathy, you're like, oh, just fainted. You have fainted. You have no energy left to feel anything but despair and hopeless. You condemn everybody. Everybody's going to hell. Right? And abdication. I just give up. When you abdicate, you just quit. So all of these feelings down here, when you recognize what they are and you start paying attention to how they are impacting your life, and you say, okay, I don't know where to start. I'm just going to start with gratitude then. I'm going to start living in gratitude. Okay, so what does that mean? That means cleaning my body. Okay, that may mean I may need to make a schedule, right, on my phone. Set my alarm to wake up 30 minutes earlier. And I'm going to incorporate a bathing routine. And I'm going to have some good smelling soaps. And I'm going to have some calming music. And I'm just going to have a 15, 20, 30-minute time in the bath in the morning. However many days of the week it works out for you, if you ain't going to do it every day. And then while you're in there, I was going to say declare, but you make declarations. You make declarations about your mindset. You order yourself to begin to heal. You speak to your mind. You tell your body what you want it to do. Right? And so you can say, Lord, I'm grateful, or whoever you pray to, or whoever, right? Lord, I'm grateful for my body. I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful that I'm able to get in this bathtub today. I'm grateful that I have this good smelling soap and this water that's warm and soothing, right? And then just take a moment and check out how you're feeling, right? Check out how you're feeling. How does that feel in your spirit, in your gut, in your heart, in your head? Okay? All right, and then check out, I'm going to remind you to go to the International Self-Care Foundation's website and that's a free tool, and check them out, because they will show you the 7 pillars. And in the 7 pillars, there are actions that you can take. There's so many levels and layers to self-care. But on the spiritual level, if you're stuck down here in survival, these demons are just going to manipulate, beat you up, keep you oppressed, ride you, keep you awake at night so your body won't heal. Because see, if you don't sleep, when we sleep, our body is healing. Our body heals during the nighttime. That's a reason why it's good to stop eating like at 6 or early, like 6 p.m., and allow your body, your digestive system to now listen, I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not a psychiatrist. I am an educator. I am educating you about self-care. Okay? And that's why I'm sharing sources with you so that you can go and validate what you hear me saying and check out these things for yourself before you buy my book, right? Like there are free resources. I admonish you to go Google Map of Consciousness and download it. Make a vision board and put it on there. You can make a physical vision board by printing it out and taping it on there, or you can make a digital vision board there are lots of different digital tools that you can use to do that. And then you can go to International Self-Care Foundation's website and pull that 7 pillars of self-care and put it on your vision board so that you will know what to do to start incorporating healing. Because if you don't and you're stuck down here in survival mode, this is where we get easily manipulated, easily betrayed, easily harmed, easily just beat up by the devil. And all of these negative emotions are churning in you. They mess up your ability to have a healthy relationship with yourself and others, right? And if we don't deal with it, then we start venting and taking it out on those who are weaker than us. That means our children, if they're little, we take it out on our children by yelling at them, always yelling. Like I said the other day, I think back sometime when my daughters were teens and I would be so cranky and irritable. Now, I don't think I was cranky and irritable every day, but I'm thinking back. And of course, that's probably the devil saying, oh, you're just a bad mom, right? Oh, I'm not a bad mom. I know what kind of mom I am based on what my daughters tell me now. But for you, you have to go back and make sure that you have the skills to deal with these energies when they pop up. Because if we don't, then what do? You go to a bad habit, overindulging in something, overindulging, or maybe underindulging in what you should be doing. Okay, all right, let's go back to this book. Now, I want to talk about blood currency. I don't know if I'm going to touch on that though, but this blood currency is important to, you see all of these: elimination, destruction, aggression. You see that? The ultimate goal is to get you to be dead. That's the ultimate goal of the devil, of the negative energies. Call them whatever you want. The ultimate goal is to get your blood, because there is power in the blood. Now, if you don't understand there is power in the blood, go Google it and read in the Bible. There is power in the blood. Who shed blood for the forgiveness of our sins, right? For all of humanity, because there's power in the blood. Why do you think people still do blood sacrifices? If you look in civilization historically, you will see that is a practice that was done and possibly is still being done. So the ultimate goal is to get you to do something like this. That right there. That word that is above my finger. To yourself or to someone who is either bothering you or who you say, well, if I'm not here, then who's going to take care of him? Okay, we all just going. No, I bind that. We're not having that. Okay? All right, so this is serious stuff here that we are talking about. It's very important for us to connect with ourselves and then with each other. So in my book, it says we are all connected to each